Hey guys, here with the long overdue video of the original Optimus Prime, differences in variations, the G1 release Prime. So bear with me, this is going to be a one-shot, one-take video, no editing. These are all original Primes. I would say vintage Primes, let me word it like that. I started collecting these back in the early 2000s, 2001 or so, long before the real movie come out in 2007, so they've gained a little value since then. It wasn't that hard to put them together back before that. I don't know how hard it is nowadays. But on to a little bit of knowledge about this figure. It was the whole line of Transformers actually came from a Japanese line called Diaclone from the Takara company. It was in the 70s. And to my knowledge, Hasbro came to them early 80s wanting to do the toy line along with the cartoon and release those same set of first issue figures repainted and renamed for the Transformers cartoon. And this is what we ended up with. So what is here are the releases from 84 to 86. Consider all of them original Optimus Primes, nothing along the lines of being reissued, because they were all on a constant run from the original release. There are a few more variations. Actually, there's quite a few variations out there if you count other countries. These are all the US, possibly one or two, maybe some type of US Canadian release. But to my knowledge, all of these are just US release. From the first one to the last one I consider still original, being the 1986 movie promotion and or mail order Optimus Prime, which seems like it was the last version released, still considered original. That one is numbered 5. So let me get to that one first. I'll go backwards on this particular one because it's mismatched. The trailer is a number 5 trailer, and what I mean by that, they have stamped numbers in here. Let's see if we can see that. We have a 5, and Hasbro 1980, 1982, they used this same stamp throughout, except for the very first release, which I'll get to next. Takara on here also, same years, Japan. There was a much later issue of this, reissue of this. It's made in China, so be careful. They have the original style box for that and everything, so if you're looking to buy one, careful you don't buy a reissued China version. It looks like the original. Cab on this one is mismatched. They have numbers on them also. The rest of these are matched, so I'm getting this one out of the way real quick, and I'll use it as an example to show you the place markers for everything. So I don't really want to go folding the legs out on each one of these. This one's marked 2 on one thigh and number 1 inside the other one. It has fat tires. The tires are fatter on this. I had some knowledge. I have an old slideshow video that shows the differences in these also. I had to watch that to kind of refresh my memory. I think I may have had some of that wrong. There's no way to know for sure which ones came out with the skinny and or fat tires. This one's a number 4, all matching. Inside of the thighs, number 4, skinny tires. This guy is marked 5 everywhere. I have 5 on the inside of roller. On some of his weapons, he has a standard smaller version fist and weapons. All of them do except for the first one that we'll get to next. The trailer has 5s stamped on each part inside. And the trailer door has a 5 inside there. Now, from the knowledge I got from these was this is the mail order and movie promotion. Did not come in an original box like those. This is the one you could get in a brown box. Still had the original insert though, the styrofoam that it sat in. It came in a mail order box, so maybe a white sleeve or just a brown packaging box. So let's put that one to the side because it's not really complete. And get on to what I believe is the very first Optimus Prime release. This is the gray version, which most people call the gray version. Yeah. Tighter. I have some of the paperwork for this one. This one came with bigger weapons and bigger fists, called bloated. Gray missiles and a gray roller. Also a gray launcher. No numbers anywhere on the parts. Nothing's broken on my trailer door. It just doesn't fit on real tight. So if you're buying these two that are vintage, be careful these tabs aren't broken. Luckily I have some good ones here. Now if you are buying parts to complete one of these, here's a tip for the gray version. All these other ones have indentions. Little rectangle indentions right here. This one's smooth and solid. Kind of a different tint in gray plastic too. It's the original door for that one. Put it back on there carefully. And we'll look at the bottom of it, the numbers. This one has skinny tires. Of course, those could have been changed. So if you have a gray version, hey, most important thing, I'm sorry. This one has metal plates inside. Here I go with this again. What I mean by metal plates are where most of them have stickers. These are actually metal plates sitting inside of tabs. So all these other releases are just stickers put on the door. And the way you can tell in a picture or from far away, this is the only trailer that has these cutouts for those tabs, so you can see on the outside. And all these other trailers, these original trailers, are smooth and solid there. This one has nothing. It just says Takara, Japan. That's one thing that makes me think it is the original too, the very first one. Possibly parts. This is what I think parts may have come over from the Diaclone line and used in this first run of Optimus Prime. I have a stray cat meowing outside the door. Must be hungry. And inside the cab, onto the cab, there's a lot of differences here. No numbers inside the thighs. I want to be careful with this one because it was a bad design. This is why I think it carried over from Diaclone also. This has a really high pitched gear ratio for the hips, so those strip out real easy. So you'll have an Optimus that won't stand up, it'll keep folding back. This one will stand up. I just want to be careful folding it in and out over the years. I haven't messed with these in a while. Cut that off. His cab has skinny tires also. So I'm not really sure what came first, the skinny tires or the fatter tires. Some more differences in the cab. I may miss some, so if you really want to get into this and even double check on my older video way back, different Optimus Prime variants, you may want to double check that. But the screw here, I noticed, is the shallowest screw on any of these. So the one that goes with the gray version has a really short base screw here, meaning it's not very deep in there. Another big difference is a square base on the smokestacks. Notice this too, which is on the old video I have. There's a circled dimple right in the center of the bumper where a license plate would go. That little mold indentation is not on any other cabs. And if we open, let me see if we can look this way instead. Can't really tell this way, but if you look at the edge of the blue plastic, if we were to open this from behind and look, the blue plastic sits a little higher than the red plastic, and the rest of them, they're even. Got some peeling going there. He has no original stickers applied. That's kind of a shame. I don't remember that. That may have happened over the years since I've had them. I think that's all the differences I know on this one so far. So there's the what I